What is up, guys? Neumatix here with another Minecraft Redstone tutorial. Today we're going to be looking at piston extenders and how they work and looking down into the mechanics of why they work. I have a couple set up here and I'm going to go and try to explain in the best way possible for you guys to go ahead and build these on your own. So without further ado, let's do this. For this episode, we're going to be focusing more on the vertical piston extenders. I haven't dealt with a lot of the horizontal ones yet, so I will make probably a video on that later on. But for now, we'll stick with the vertical ones and just showing you this ridiculous monstrosity of redstone just to power a 5-piston extender. So let's go ahead and hit that. And then I'll go ahead and hit it again. And they should all retract all the way down without a problem. So that's just 5 of them. And then over here is a different variant of a style that I chose using a redstone torch tower. And then we'll go ahead and go down here. Goes a little faster. And goes a little faster as it goes on the way down. That's a 4-piston extender. And then we have a single piston extender of 3 with just a little bit of redstone around. So there's a couple different ways you can build these things. You can use the redstone torch towers. You can use just repeaters and redstone, but it's all up to you on how it's going to go. But I'll go ahead and start diving into how these things actually work. All right, so first off, we're going to start with a 3-piston extender, and we're going to start 1 up from the ground. So 1 up, and then 1, 2, 3, and then we're going to make sure they're all facing upward. We'll break that one out. And like I said, I'm going to try and explain this the best I can as we go. So let's go ahead and grab a block out like this. And then we're going to come up like that. And then one more like that. And then we're going to go ahead and actually we're going to come up again. Because once these two are extended, this one's going to be at this point and it needs to get extended as well. So we're going to go ahead and grab our redstone repeaters and place them here, here, and here. And then we're going to grab another block. We're going to come out 1, 2, 3. We're going to grab some redstone dust and we're going to place it 1, 2, 3. There we go. So now we're going to go ahead and make the variant of a redstone torch tower to go and power these. So let's go ahead and come out 3. So 1, 2, 3. Place a block down. Come out like this. Zigzag up so that we can make sure that all of these redstone torches are powering all of these blocks as we go. Let me clear the weather real quick. And all right, now that we have that all set up, let's go ahead and grab our redstone torches and we'll come up on the bottom here. We'll go up like this and then 1 on each side. Another one like that, 1 on each side. Once again, 1 on each side. Now we can see that our pistons are all messed up. Let's go ahead and break those out and let's reset them where they need to be. Then we're going to come over to the torch tower and we're going to bring some redstone dust, bring it out with a lever, and then place it down. So now what's going to happen is when I hit this lever, it's going to power this block, which is going to unpower this torch, and it's going to let these get powered. And that's how it's going to go all the way up. So then this piston's going to extend, then the second one, and then finally the third one. So let's go and hit that. So they all extended, like I said, just like they should. Problem is, when I hit this lever again, they're all going to stay put where they're at. You see that? The thing is, when pistons are powered and they want to try and pull a block back, they can't when the other piston is powered. So if this one is extended and this one pulls back, it's not going to pull it with it. It's just how it works in Minecraft. So you have to find out a different way of pulling these blocks down when you only have one source of power going to it. So what you got to do is, instead, how these torches are doing 1, 2, and 3, it has to go in reverse. This one has to go off. This one has to go on first, then that one, then that one. And we can't do it, of course, with the same redstone torch tower. We're going to have to do it in a different line of redstone off to the side here. So let's go ahead and start that. Now, the easiest way to do this is probably just to go ahead and grab out from this side and bring out a couple blocks on each of these platforms here. So let's bring out again. And then what we're going to do is go ahead and grab some redstone repeaters. And we're going to just do a ridiculous amount. We'll do 3 here. We'll do 2 here. And we'll do 1 here. And I'm hoping this is enough to go ahead and stop this. Actually, you know what? Let's be on the safe side. Let's do 2 on each. Let's do 2 up there, 3 here, and then we'll do 4 on the bottom here. So we can make sure that it's going to be slower than the redstone torches. So let's go ahead and place that one down, and then let's bring this out on full delay on each, and full delay on these, and full delay on these. And then what we're going to do is go ahead and grab our redstone, making sure it goes into those, and then we just need to go ahead and make sure we get some kind of line of redstone going down into this lever. So let's go ahead and do that. Bring this all the way. Actually, we're gonna have to bring it up a block. We're gonna have to bring this one down like that, and it's gonna be messy, but we're not really trying to build anything crazy here. So we'll bring it out like this, and bring out one more down like that, connecting all of these up, making sure they go into that lever. Okay, so now what's going to happen is when I flick this lever on, all these torches are going to get lit, which is going to send all of those up. And then when I flick it again, these are going to turn off, but these are going to be slower than these redstone torches, and they're going to power downwards in the opposite direction. So let's go ahead and hit that lever. They all go up like they should. Hit it again. There we go. So they all went down like they were supposed to. So like I said before, as you watch, let me hit the lever again. This one got powered last. So when I hit this again, this one gets shut off, this one gets shut off, and then that one gets shut off in reverse order of the torches. So that's what's going ahead and letting our pistons take one another downwards. But as you see, we have a problem here because when this one got taken down, it didn't bring this one with it. It's just too much of a gap. So let's go ahead and hit this again. See how it goes. And then watch as this gets powered down. I'll go ahead and try and make this fast. So this one had already retracted, bringing this one down. So when this one retracted, it brought this one down, but it's not going to bring two down at a time. So we need something else to have a slower delay than everything else here to give a little pulse to this thing, this piston, bring this one down the rest of the way. The easiest way to go ahead and just send a pulse to this real quick is to go ahead and make a long delay of repeaters, and that's exactly what I'm going to do. So I'm going to go ahead and bring this out like this. We're going to grab a repeater going like this, and then we're going to grab some redstone, and we're just going to make the rest of the repeaters down here somewhere. So let's go ahead and just make sure we get this down to the ground here, over here, and yeah, that should be fine. Just making sure this goes all the way down. And then we'll grab some repeaters. I think I have 1, 2, 3, 4, and that should be enough. We'll just set these all on full delay, as well as this one, and then we'll carry that redstone signal all the way back to that lever. And actually, it doesn't have to be the lever, it could be right there. So let's go ahead and hit this, making sure everything gets powered. And as you saw, this had such a long delay that it got powered last. We need to make sure that this stays powered when the lever's off longer than anything else here. So let's go ahead and hit the lever and make sure that happens. It did not. It actually ruined the sequence of everything. So let's go ahead and try and fix this. The problem happens to be, for this case, we need a monostable circuit in order to make sure that when this thing gets powered, it does not power this line. But when it gets turned off, it sends one pulse all the way up to make sure that when these all get retracted, this one is the last one, getting that little pulse to pull this one the rest of the way down. So what I'm going to do is go ahead and grab a dropper and a hopper, and then some items and a torch. So let's go ahead and try and make this thing real quick. We're going to grab a block, and I might have to mess around with my line of redstone here. So let's grab a redstone torch, let's grab a dropper and facing outward, and then we're going to grab a hopper going into that dropper. We're going to grab some kind of item, make 2 of those items into there, and then we're going to grab a comparator. Where is my comparator? Right there. And then we're going to go ahead and place the comparator right in front of that hopper. And actually, I don't think it has to be right in front. We can do this, and then let's put our redstone repeaters in and on full tick delay, and making sure that's on full tick delay. I don't know if that's going to be enough delay. I think we're going to have to mess with this a little bit. So we're going to just go ahead and come out instead in front, and we're going to grab our repeater here. Not like that. Fix that on full delay, and then we'll grab our redstone dust again. Not sure why I put that away. Bring it out like this. Grab another repeater. We need to make sure we have enough repeaters to finish this off. just like that, on full tick delay. So now we should have everything working correctly. Nothing went on for that. It is not powered at all, so it's not going to mess with our sequence. Let's go ahead and hit it again. Just send one pulse, and it would have if I had the redstone in front of that. So let's go and put that in front of here. We'll just break that, bring this down, and right to there. Okay, so now let's retry that. Didn't send any power to that. One tick pulse brings it down. So there you go. We made a 3-piston extender with our torch tower variant, and it allows everything to work properly. So like I said before, trying to explain this the best way I can. The torch tower goes ahead and gets lit up in sequence of 1, 2, 3. That allows everything to go up in order without having any problems. Then we have this side going 1, 2, 3, allowing everything to get retracted as it should. And then at the very end, we have a monostable circuit on this side, allowing a pulse to go through when that lever is turned off, to go all the way up to this piston to bring this piston back down with it. Now, instead, if you didn't want to use the torch variant, I went ahead and just demolished it real quick. All we need to do is go ahead and switch up to some repeaters and redstone, which cannot connect up to this because it's going to ruin the delay of this going first, then this one, then this one. We need it, of course, to go from the bottom to the top, 1, 2, 3. So we're going to need to come over to this side. We'll just make something like this, and like this. And we're going to go ahead and put, let's see, we needed to go probably 2 more. And then let's go ahead and grab our repeaters by putting 2 up here. Right? Yes, I believe we need 2. So 1, 2, 3. Yep. And then we're going to need 1 here and 1 here. And then we're going to set this one on no delay. We're going to set this one on 3 ticks. And then we're going to set this one on 4. Leave this one alone. And all we need to do now is go ahead and bring our redstone from all of these down over to the lever. So let's go ahead and do that. And we're going to go ahead and grab this one like this. Just bring it over like that. And it's going to be messy, but we're not trying to make anything look too great here. We're just trying to go over why these work in the first place. So go ahead and bring this one down. And 1 more. And there we go. Let's go ahead and grab our redstone and bring it all the way down to this line, and then this one down. Oh, actually, that'll work just fine. So now we have it going in the exact order the torches were going. So 1, 2, 3. And it should not interfere with any of our redstone over here going 1, 2, 3, allowing the pistons to go back down. So let's go and set this up. All of the pistons went up like they should, and let's turn it back off and make sure they all go down in sequence. There you go. They all worked just fine the way they should. So there's 2 different ways you can go ahead and make these piston extenders. Now, of course, there's a lot better layouts of how to make these and how to make them work, because all you need to know is that you need to have a system for them going up in order, down in order, and then some kind of monostable circuit that has a 1 pulse sending to the piston that got retracted that needs to be given a pulse again to retract the piston above it. For example, over here we have 2 different designs of a double piston extender that were actually made from MumboJumbo, and if I go ahead, I'll try and find the videos to both of these and put them down in the description below. But as you can tell, like for this one, it uses an observer, which gives 2 pulses depending on when it sees something turn on or turn off. It's a block update. So we go ahead and hit this button. As you can see, it goes so fast that it actually spits the block out. So that is actually favorable for a couple of good builds that I've actually built before too. And if we go ahead and hit this button again. So as you can see, what's happening is when you hit the button, this gets powered, which sends that up. And then this sees the change in that block and then gives that power. But then it pulses again when this turns off because the button is stopped giving power to that repeater, brings it down, and then that one brings it down with it. So hopefully that wasn't too confusing, and I hope it made sense, but that's just kind of giving you guys the idea of how it works. So if it goes up, then that gets power, then it gets pulsed down, and then that stops getting power, so it brings it down back with it. And then we have another one over here that depends on a torch powering this repeater going into this block, giving power to this, powering this repeater, and then having a comparator compare the signal from this hopper monostaple circuit over here. So like I said, a little confusing, but it works out to where it won't spit the block out. Instead, it'll keep it with it as it pulls it up and, well, pushes it up and pulls it back down. All right, guys, that's pretty much it for me. I hope you enjoyed this Minecraft Redstone tutorial, and I hope you all come away from this video with a lot more knowledge of how piston extenders work. And if you would, go ahead and leave me a comment down below. Let me know if this helped you out in any way possible on making your future piston extenders. And like I said, hopefully in the future, I'll go ahead and do another video on horizontal ones. But for now, I hope this helped you out. So if you like this video and you want to get more like it, then go ahead and subscribe to my channel to get more like this every Tuesday. Thanks again, guys. See you in the next one. Peace.